Deep in the dark forests, where the trees hide more than they reveal, Geralt and Ciri followed a trail that should have been long forgotten. They were searching for answers, but what they found was an old friend. A man living alone in a mysterious castle, surrounded by silence and shadows. At first, he welcomed them warmly. But Geralt noticed something strange. The man was hiding a secret. Every night, something moved through the forest. Animals disappeared, travelers vanished, and strange screams echoed from the castle grounds. Ciri wanted to believe their old friend was innocent. Geralt wasn't so sure. A witcher's instincts rarely lie. As darkness fell, Geralt prepared his silver sword. Ciri watched the forest, ready for whatever was coming. Then suddenly, a monstrous roar shattered the silence. Something enormous rushed from the trees. Its eyes glowed in the darkness, and its claws tore through the ground. Geralt attacked without hesitation. Steel flashed. The creature struck with terrifying strength. But Geralt had fought monsters before. He dodged, countered, and finally drove the beast back into the shadows. Yet something didn't make sense. The monster wasn't hunting randomly. It was protecting something. Geralt returned to the castle and confronted their old friend. The truth was darker than anyone expected. A terrible curse had transformed the man into something he could no longer control. He wasn't simply hiding a monster. He was hiding himself. Ciri realized that sometimes the greatest danger isn't the creature standing in front of you. It's the secret buried inside a human heart. Geralt lowered his sword. Not every monster can be killed. Some can only be understood. But before the night was over, another creature emerged from the darkness. And this time, even Geralt didn't know what was waiting for them. The hunt had only just begun. High in the frozen mountains stands Kaer Morhen, the ancient stronghold of the Witchers. It is here that Ciri begins a new chapter of her life. Surrounded by Geralt and the remaining Witchers, she must learn how to survive in a world filled with monsters. But training at Kaer Morhen is not easy. Every day brings pain, exhaustion, and fear. Ciri falls. She gets back up. Again and again, she pushes herself beyond her limits. Geralt watches closely, knowing that the girl carries a destiny far greater than she understands. But while Ciri trains behind the ancient walls, another story is unfolding far away. Yennefer is facing a darkness of her own. After losing the power she once depended on, she feels abandoned by the world around her. Her magic is gone, her confidence is broken, and the future she once believed in begins to disappear. Meanwhile, strange forces are gathering around Kaer Morhen. The Witchers know that something is coming. Something dangerous. Ciri's mysterious power is growing stronger, and everyone wants to understand what she truly is. But power always attracts enemies. As night falls over Kaer Morhen, the fortress becomes silent. Then Ciri senses something. A presence. A voice. A memory. Something inside her is awakening. Geralt realizes that protecting Ciri will require more than a sword. He will have to protect her from the darkness within herself. And far away, Yennefer faces a choice that could change everything. Her destiny is no longer clear. Her magic may be gone. But her story is far from over. 2 paths, 2 battles, and one destiny slowly bringing them together. The future of the continent is beginning to change. And the greatest danger may still be waiting in the shadows. At Kaer Morhen, Ciri's training becomes harder with every passing day. She knows that the world outside these walls is dangerous. And if she wants to survive, she must become stronger. She trains until her body can barely move. She falls again and again. But every time, she rises. Geralt sees something changing inside her. Ciri is no longer simply a frightened girl running from danger. She is becoming a warrior. But far away from Kaer Morhen, Yennefer is fighting a battle of her own. With her power gone, she finds herself trapped in a world where trust can be deadly. She knows that powerful people are watching her. And soon, Yennefer realizes that staying where she is could mean losing everything. So she makes a dangerous escape. With enemies closing in behind her, she runs through the darkness, knowing that one mistake could cost her life. Meanwhile, strange visions continue to haunt Ciri. She sees things she cannot explain. She hears whispers from a place beyond her understanding. Geralt becomes increasingly worried. Whatever power lives inside Ciri is growing stronger. And someone, somewhere, is searching for her. Yennefer's escape brings her closer to a dangerous secret. Ciri's training brings her closer to discovering her true strength. But both women are losing something along the way. Yennefer has lost the power she once depended on. Ciri is slowly losing the innocence of her childhood. And Geralt fears that protecting Ciri may mean facing enemies far more dangerous than any monster. The paths of these three souls are moving toward each other. But before they can reunite, they must survive what is coming. Because on the continent, destiny never gives anything freely. And sometimes, what is lost can change everything. Bilkul, Redanian Intelligence, KLA English Cinematic Voiceover. Writing. The continent is becoming more dangerous with every passing day. Kings are watching. Spies are listening. And behind every political move, someone is hiding a secret. Geralt knows that something is wrong. He needs answers. What is happening to Ciri? Why are powerful people searching for her? And who can he trust? As Geralt follows the clues, he discovers that Redanian agents are gathering information about Ciri. Their interest is not accidental. They know that she possesses something powerful. Something that could change the balance of the entire continent. Meanwhile, Yennefer finds herself surrounded by danger. With her magic still lost, she has few choices left. Then an unexpected offer arrives. An alliance. It could give Yennefer a chance to regain what she lost. But there is a price. She knows that the people offering help have their own plans. Trusting them could be more dangerous than fighting them. Still, Yennefer accepts. Because sometimes survival requires making deals with people you don't trust. Back at Kaer Morhen, Geralt realizes that Ciri can no longer remain hidden forever. Enemies are getting closer. The political powers of the continent are moving. And somewhere in the shadows, a much larger plan is taking shape. Geralt begins to understand that this is no longer just about monsters. It is about power. It is about destiny. And it is about Ciri. While Geralt searches for the truth, Yennefer walks deeper into a dangerous alliance. Neither of them knows where this path will lead. But one thing is certain. The game has begun. And on the continent, the most dangerous monsters may not have claws or fangs. Sometimes, they wear crowns. Bilkul, Turn Your Back, KLA English Cinematic Voiceover. Writing. The continent is falling deeper into chaos. Kingdoms are preparing for war, spies are moving in the shadows, and everyone seems to have their own secret plan. Yennefer's journey takes her toward Nilfgaard. She knows that entering enemy territory could cost her everything. But she has a plan. A dangerous plan. To succeed, she must convince powerful people that she can still be trusted. Yet every step brings her closer to a trap. Meanwhile, Geralt continues searching for answers. But before he can uncover the truth, a new threat appears. Something is hunting in the darkness. Something stronger and more terrifying than the monsters Geralt has faced before. The creature attacks without warning. Its strength is brutal. Its movements are unpredictable. Geralt barely survives the first encounter. Now he knows this isn't an ordinary monster. There is something behind its appearance. Something connected to the strange events surrounding Ciri. As Geralt prepares for another confrontation, he realizes that killing the creature may not be enough. He needs to understand why it is here. Far away, Yennefer reaches Nilfgaard. The atmosphere is cold. The danger is everywhere. One wrong decision could expose her true intentions. She looks around and realizes that she has entered a world where loyalty means nothing. Everyone has a price. Everyone has a secret. And everyone is watching. Geralt faces a monster he cannot yet understand. Yennefer faces enemies she cannot trust. And Ciri remains at the center of forces far greater than she realizes. The paths are closing in. The choices are becoming harder. Sometimes, survival means knowing when to fight. And sometimes, it means knowing when to turn your back. After everything they have endured, Geralt and Yennefer finally find each other again. Their reunion is not peaceful. Too much has happened. Too many secrets remain between them. But the danger surrounding them leaves little time for old wounds. Geralt knows that something much bigger is unfolding across the continent. Yennefer knows that the forces searching for Ciri will stop at nothing to find her. Together, they begin following a mysterious trail. It leads them away from the safety of the roads and deep into dangerous territory. The deeper they travel, the stranger everything becomes. Villages are abandoned, animals flee the forests, and whispers of a terrifying creature spread among the people. Geralt studies the signs carefully. This isn't a normal monster hunt. Something is controlling the creature. Something intelligent. Something powerful. Yennefer senses magic in the air. Ancient magic. The kind of magic that should never have been disturbed. Suddenly, the forest falls completely silent. Geralt draws his sword. Yennefer prepares her magic. Then the darkness moves. A monstrous figure emerges from the trees. It is faster than Geralt expected. The attack is brutal. Geralt fights with everything he has, while Yennefer uses the last of her strength to protect them both. But the creature is only the beginning. Behind it lies a much greater threat. A hidden force is watching them. And it knows exactly who they are. Geralt looks at Yennefer. For the first time, they both understand the truth. Their reunion was not an accident. Someone wanted them together. Someone wanted them to follow this path. And now they have walked straight into the trap. Geralt grips his sword. Yennefer stands beside him. Whatever is waiting ahead, they will face it together. Because on the continent, destiny has a way of bringing people together. Just before it tears everything apart. And this time, something ancient has awakened. At Kaer Morhen, Ciri's power is no longer something she can simply hide. Strange visions haunt her dreams. Voices whisper in her mind. And sometimes, when fear takes control, the world around her begins to change. Geralt knows that Ciri is different. But he also knows that her power could make her a target. Far beyond the fortress, an ancient evil is waiting. Her name is Voleth Mare. The Deathless Mother. A mysterious being who feeds on pain, fear, and broken dreams. She knows exactly how to manipulate those who are desperate. And Ciri is not the only one carrying deep wounds. Yennefer is struggling with everything she has lost. Her magic, her purpose, her place in the world. Voleth Mare sees that weakness. She offers something Yennefer desperately wants. A chance to become powerful again. But every promise comes with a price. Meanwhile, Ciri's power continues to grow. She begins to realize that her voice can do more than people around her understand. Her bloodline carries an ancient force. A force connected to worlds beyond the continent. Then the sky changes. A cold wind sweeps across the land. In the distance, riders appear through the mist. Armor glows beneath the moonlight. Their presence brings terror wherever they go. The wild hunt has arrived. They are not ordinary warriors. They are hunters from another world. And they have come for Ciri. Geralt raises his sword. Yennefer prepares herself. Ciri stands between them, frightened but no longer powerless. The enemy is coming. The ancient evil has awakened. And the girl everyone once tried to protect may now be the key to changing the fate of worlds. The final battle has begun. Ciri's power has awakened, and now everyone wants to control it. The wild hunt is closing in. Ancient forces are moving across the continent. And Geralt knows there is only one thing left to do. Protect Ciri. No matter the cost. Geralt gathers those willing to stand beside him. Yennefer joins the fight. The Witchers prepare their weapons. Everyone knows the enemy is stronger than anything they have faced before. Then the attack begins. Darkness surrounds Kaer Morhen. Creatures emerge from the shadows. The wild hunt rides through the cold night, searching for Ciri. Geralt fights with everything he has. One enemy falls. Another takes its place. But this battle isn't only about survival. It is about family. Ciri is terrified. Her power is becoming almost impossible to control. But Yennefer reaches her. She reminds Ciri that she is not alone. Geralt stands beside them. For the first time, Ciri understands something important. Her power does not define who she is. Her choices do. The enemy tries to control her. But Ciri refuses. She unleashes the power within her. The world seems to shake. The darkness begins to break apart. Geralt and Yennefer fight together, protecting Ciri until the final moment. And then, silence. The battle is over. But the war is not. The wild hunt has been pushed back. Yet Ciri's destiny remains bigger than anyone imagined. Geralt looks at her. Not as a weapon. Not as a prophecy. But as family. Yennefer stands beside them. Three people who were brought together by destiny. Now choosing to stay together by their own will. The continent may still be dangerous. Enemies may return. And Ciri's power may one day change the fate of worlds. But whatever comes next, she will not face it alone. Because sometimes family isn't about blood. It's about the people who refuse to leave you behind. And for Geralt, Yennefer, and Ciri, their story is only beginning.